So hey there guys, time to speak about Attack on Titan Season 3 and a little break and all this stuff. Um, so, first of all about the break. Uh, I'm gonna watch the OVA, Lost Girls. I'm not sure how many of you really want to watch that, but I promised, so I'm gonna watch it. Um, and I think I'm not sure. I will try to make this OVA available on the next weekend. I hope I'm gonna be able to do so, but I'm not sure. If not the next weekend, then most likely the beginning of the next week. Because, I mean, I have some free time now, kinda, but next weekend, man, I can't even speak. Next weekend is going to be crazy because I'm planning to buy a huge ass CRT TV, old ass Sony television, like huge, to place it here and like to connect. I've ordered Sega Mega Drive for Genesis. I've ordered PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I'm rebuilding my old collection of old game consoles. I'm gonna buy even more. So I have to have this huge TV delivered, and it weighs like almost 100 kilograms. It's insanely huge. So yeah, it's not gonna be an easy day. That's why I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to prepare everything on the weekend. And I don't know how many, like, I know there's like 3 episodes there. If they're like basic 20 minutes episodes, I suppose I can watch all in one go and pause that. But maybe there's gonna be like bigger ones, so I just don't know. But anyways, just expect the OVA somewhere in a week. Then let's speak about season 3 of Attack on Titan. I don't even know. I was asked to speak about my top characters, about just recently about my favorite moments, I suppose from all Attack on Titan, and I plan to make a little review as have I already done with previous seasons. So I don't even know where to start with. I suppose let's start with review, because other two they're like about everything, not just about season 3, part 2. And what can I say, guys? I gave 10 out of 10 to every single season before, as I've said it dozens of times. I'm not a picky person, and this is also quite interesting. People already started suggesting me some anime this or anime that because you seem to like history. This is anime very mature and like deep and yada yada. Man, guys, this is great. I probably will like this anime as well, but I'm not the type of a person who likes to complicate stuff. I really like simple characters. I really like simple stories. I'm not against some simple stuff with good and evil, with like people not dying, people not being crazy to personalities, kids who kill other people but have their reasons and stuff. I like that as well, but it's not like I only watch this. So yeah, but season 3 part 2 was great. In terms of overall impression, it was probably the biggest one because a lot of emotions. I cried, never cried as much as I did as I did in episode 16. I suppose it was episode 4 of part 3, but you know what I mean. Or 3. Never mind. And yeah, it was brilliantly done. A lot of plot points connected, a lot of character development connected, and I've got like maybe I didn't get everything because I'm watching it for the first time, but a lot of you tried to make these little connections for me, and with some of them I agree, with some of them I'm not kind of agree, but still, yeah, I understand that it was like huge job done by Sayama to bring this everything like here, and I can even kind of even understand Dervin's death now, because first of all there's emotion, then there's a reason. I still believe that he's a better choice, but for a story purpose, yeah. And we spoke about that with some guy today that actually, with knowing that there's like some memory thingy, time travel ish thingy, and Aaron screaming like Armin will save the world. Maybe it's a huge ass foreshadowing. By the way, this is a very interesting idea. Some of you said today. Actually, really interesting. I didn't think about it now because I'm stupid. So yeah, season 3 part 2 was great, even though I didn't like the outcome of some moments. Yeah, Levi sliced the monkey, but it escaped. Yeah, Erwin did a heroic push, but he died. So it's like it's all kind of good, but not. Yeah, Reiner was defeated, but he escaped again. Like, yeah, plot armor Titan, man, he's crazy plot armor. Uh, so it was great, though I'd prefer it to end a bit differently, but it's not like, the writer, the creator of the movie, of the anime, anything, uh, they cannot, they should not give you, a watcher, whatever you want, right? They should give you something that you should like. It's really different, you know. They should give you something, and they like it's intended that you have to like this, and if you're not liking this is bad, but they're giving you whatever you think. Man, how can I put this? They're giving you something you don't know you want. You know you want this, but they're giving you something that you don't know you want. And this is like what a good directors, storytellers, that's how they do that. Because yeah, it's bad to be really predictable. And man, I'm going everywhere. It's like just season 3 part 2 was awesome. Action, drama, character development in a way, like yeah, huge development I'd say. A huge revelation. A lot of poor people dying. It was probably the most dramatic, the most action packed, the most, almost the most info packed, maybe even the most info packed. Yeah, even if you compare it to previous seasons. But I'd say that you have to consider the whole season 3, because it's like I mean, screw the parts. It's like the whole season. It's just separated at this moment, because like you see one stuff here and absolutely different stuff here. And overall, season 3 was probably the best thing ever in the world, because the first part had a lot of political, human versus human, this type of stuff, like character development. Amazing one. The second part was dramatic and filled with action. So overall, season 3 overall was the best season ever. But I cannot pick which part of the season I liked more, because season 3 part 1 was insanely great. So yeah, it was great. It was a shitty review, but yeah, it's just I have no script and stuff. I'm just sitting here and speaking. Let's go to the top 10 characters. I'm sorry. And once again, I don't like these lists, favorite characters. It's very hard for me. I tried my best to somehow separate people and put them there here, but this doesn't mean almost it like maybe the top 2 characters, that's definitely my top characters, like definitely. But others, they're just kind of placed here because maybe yeah, maybe not, but mostly yeah. If the character is not in this list, it doesn't mean I don't like him. It doesn't mean like um, it doesn't mean anything basically. It's just there's like tiny little thing about characters that are in this list that made me like putting them there. It doesn't favorite characters for me doesn't mean that they have to be like complex. Doesn't mean they have to be deep, dramatic, smart, or beautiful sometimes. But they're just characters that I like, that I felt connection, that I either I really liked because just of their development, either I liked because of their charisma, either I liked them because they deserve, being placed in such list, being noticed. Especially the lower part of my list, it's kind of like a very unnatural choices, I suppose, for many of you. So let's start from the lowest one. Number 10, Marlo Freudenberg. And I'm sorry if I'm getting names wrong. I'm just getting them from my. I prepared the list, but I didn't check. I suppose I should have checked the names, the writing and stuff. Marlo Freudenberg is just a great guy. It's just a little secondary character that appeared in the very end of season 1 in episode 23, and he was building up like some mix of Aaron and Jean, but with a bad haircut, right? And I instantly liked his not his appearance, but his way of thinking, like about the world, about the situation, about like living in this system. Even Annie liked his way of thinking. He is kind of cowardly, not strong enough. At least he was there at this moment, but he knew what's right, what's wrong, and he tried to change it. He was understanding that he got into military police not because he wanted like John and others to play cards and drink. He wanted to change it for best. So it's not like every like change the world person should go to Civic, or no. There's like people like Marlo who also wanted to change this exact system. And he ended up switching sides. He ended up showing his courage, his dedication, that even Jean and Levi saw that in him. And he ended up joining the Service Corps. He ended up dying with Commander Erwin. Huge goosebumps, guys, huge ones. On this battlefield. Pushing after Erwin was killed, huge goosebumps still raising. After Erwin was not killed, but he like was very badly wounded, could not continue the advancing. Marlo took the like this the kind of command and like continue, don't look back, continue. This is like crazy amount of courage needed for that and dedication. He knew he's gonna die, and the way that he in the end he regretted that. I like characters that are like alive characters. There are no heroes out there that don't regret dying while they're being heroic. They regret because they have families, they have someone they love, they have something they want to see. They regret dying at this moment. It's normal. If you're dying and not regretting, then you're probably crazy in a way. And he was an alive, a normal human being with his good, good and bad sides, with his strengths and his weaknesses. So huge respect for Marlo Freudenberg and for his actually he wanted to change the world. He died changing it, and his death actually changed it. We don't know if it's for better or worse. It's very hard to tell in this world where there's like everything is gray in a way, especially if you look at the whole picture. But he died a brave death, and he died doing what he was doing. Man, there was a lot, Marlo. I don't think I'm gonna speak that much about every single one. It's just because Marlo is kind of like Erwin in a way. That's because I was speaking about him and Erwin as well, like both of them. So number 9, Ilse Langnar, the bravest woman of Attack on Titan, the one that actually started a lot. that actually gave birth to a lot of advancements in the future. You know, by her heroic acts at this moment, at this dire situation she ended up, she still kept writing this diary of hers. She still tried. You know, she joined a Wings of Freedom or Liberty, like Survey Corps, people who want to know the truth, people who want to change the world, and even without fighting, you can change the world even without fighting. And she was fighting with her pen and like a paper. The information she gave, she bravely was writing this all up until she was consumed by goddamn poor Titan. Now I think he's poor, right? This like crazy destiny, yeah, but only her and only this information about her gave finally gave like push to Erwin, like, you know, bruh, give Hanji the resources to Marcus. Ну что ты делаешь? Just ate something from the floor, like dropped the part of his hair and ate it. Nice, like a closed system, you know. No need to. Why do you eat normal cat food? Eat yourself then. I hate when he does that. I hate when he does that. So I'm sorry, Ilse Langner. Yeah, Hanji actually got resources to catch titans to study them. Before that, Aaron was like, no, 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 not interested. He understood that. And she gave an incredible information about that titans are actually not that stupid. They can actually speak. They have actually some knowledge. So yeah, basically Titan being human almost confirmed at this moment. And I suppose she was a real hero of humanity. And I really liked her character, even though she was like this tiny little character in some tiny little OVA. But she was brave, she was strong, and she was trying to change the world as well. So, number 8, Moblit Burner. Burner, Moblit. My bra. The man who was always with Hanji. You know, we haven't seen him that much. Only just like kind of like a comedic relief in a way. Here and there, especially in season 1, like he was only screaming in his awesome voice, like Hanji-san, da 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 da. You're too reckless. And he was just a nice guy to start with. Nice guy to start with. Uh, but he actually looked like a very calm and very nice person, very intelligent one. He was protecting Hanji from herself. He was protecting Hanji from titans. He was protecting Hanji from people. He protected Hanji from a goddamn explosion of an atomic size. He was like her angel, you know. This connection of there is just, I'm just so sad that Hanji never, at least on the screen, never gave him like the praise he needed. He had this his a little squad as well. It's just such a good, such a nice, such a great character. He cared so much, man. Like I know Mikasa cares about Eren, but I suppose if you give Moblit an Ackerman ability, like Hanji, no one's can touch a Hanji. Moblit, even without being an Ackerman, was not worse than Ackerman themselves. So just huge respects for you, Moblit, especially then he died in the end protecting Hanji. He lived protecting Hanji, he died protecting Hanji. He was a nice guy. He was just an interesting and funny character. He had his serious moments as well. So it's very sad we didn't see him more than that. So yeah, respect to you, Moblit. Great guy. The next one is number 7. It's Sasha Blouse. The potato girl, the food goddess herself. And I actually didn't think that she will end up on this list, because up until like season 3, because she, at the very beginning, she was built up as this comedic relief. And I know Isayama wanted to kill her, but people liked her and he changed it. And great, Isayama, nice, thanks. That was a right decision, if you ask me. She was built up as this comedic relief character. Uh, Doing some stupid things, people like making fun of her. And I never thought that this funny little girl ends up in the main squad of Attack on Titan, you know. Reiner's out, Bertel's out, Annie's out, Marco's out, uh, like Thomas, like everybody's out. It's like Connie, Jean, and our guys, and Sasha. Sasha, the potato girl, ended up in this squad. She fought all the goddamn battles. She was wounded. She is a hero now, an official hero now. When I saw her in the like eating potato and Keith Shard is screaming at her and she was eating even more, I never thought that this girl is going to be with this dedicated face trying to kill her enemies. At season 3, she grew from a funny character to a great funny character. You know, even though they still give her like some laughs here and there, like in the end of part 1 of season 3, she tried to eat meat, but that's her thing, you know. It's normal, and I still mad at people that didn't give her like this piece of meat. I'd give her my meat like no problem, because she deserves it. And the way she saved the girl, and the way her character, like she was hiding her true self inside, and the way when she gave like birth to her real self, it's awesome. When she says like the way she speaks like this weird phrases just was so great. I really like her, and I really enjoy her character, and I really like this growth, that like from the funny one to a great one who fights with the real ones. Never thought this is going to happen. So Sasha's great. I love her, my girl. And number 6, Hanji Zoe. Hanji Zoe, what can I say, man? As soon as I saw her, I really liked her. I mean, her character had no big development, but she was just such bright, energetic, and interesting person, like crazy in a good way. And you cannot even tell, like seriously, is she crazy because she crazy, or is she acts crazy because like some reasons, you know? I don't think she's like actually crazy, but she's the moment when she was on the wall with the preacher, with Nick, Pastor Nick, priest Nick. She was very serious. And then she like almost dropped him from the wall, but then she said and like, oh, I'm joking, I'm joking. I'm not sure. I honestly believe she could probably kill the guy, but then just realized then okay. And then she just like, oh no, I was joking. She is not stupid. I mean, not stupid, not crazy. She's insanely smart. Yeah, she's almost as smart as Armin in a way of like this history connection thing and Titan theories. She's dedicated, and she's now a commander of Survey Corps. I really liked her character, her energy, and I really just like her. Just she's great. She's Hanji, man. She's amazing. Talking to Titans, giving them names and stuff. Who can do that? And Mowgli, there's a great connection. So yeah, Hanji, awesome. What's number? Number 5. And this is another of my girls, Historia Race. What can I say, man? It's almost like with Sasha, but in a bigger scale, you know? In the first season, we saw Historia like few times. giving food to Sasha, giving horses to guys, and like bumping into Ymir at some moment when she was speaking bad about uh, dead people. This is it. There was no history. I mean, there was no history. There was Krista, but like her character wasn't was she was like secondary, lower than secondary. She was just a nice-looking girl that randomly appears here and there. What the hell, man? She grew. She grew into not just an interesting character with deep and dramatic and interesting history behind her, but also in a very important one. Man, I cannot speak. Also in a very important one in terms of story. Uh, and I suppose her role is not yet fulfilled and played in the story. And she is actually the strongest woman, female character in this anime. Not physically, but like all other ways. She is amazing. She's like such strong man. My monitor could like break from her being on the monitor because she's like this strong. I've discussed that in some episodes, some season 3 episodes. I suppose it was like 9 or something. About her being a great example how you build up a great female character, strong one, not just by showing her punching men on the in the balls, but by actually being strong and developing and like making decisions and being able to sacrifice herself. So she's just great, and of course she looks beautiful, man. Just his story is like so cutie cutie, cutie cutie. She's amazingly looking. I really like her in many ways. So yeah, Historia Race, awesome girl. Now to Awesome Man. Number 4, Jean Kirstein. I mean, this is no surprise, guys. Guy had such a development. Guy had such a development. Yeah, it's not like I really like his way of sometimes being a dick towards Aaron, but this is their chemistry. That's normal. But other than that, he's just amazing. He just is just great. He grew. He changed his opinion. He was like this dickish kind of guy who only cared about himself. But now he's also a hero. Uh, and he actually showed himself a very brave and very strategically thinking guy. He is a great commander. I mean, not as great as Erwin Smith, but he can do that. He's a great leader, and he has like what like he can do that. I really like John. I really like him. I don't think he's horse-faced. Screw them all who call him horse-faced. He looks nice. He is a great fighter. He, as far as I remember, he's the best with the gear, maneuver gear. So I really liked his growth. I really liked his character. I really liked his part in the story. And I still really like him. And I hope to see more of him. Now, the next one. Number 3. Mr. Clean himself, Levi Ackerman. And some may argue that this guy is like stupidly strong and yada yada. But man, even if he's stupidly strong, it just makes him better than he is now. But he's like interesting character. The way he speaks, the way he thinks, the way he acts, his interests and quirks, like clean stuff. He's just an interesting character you enjoy looking at. His appearance, his eyes like this. When you see emotions of him, like being smiling, this is all like you're happy seeing that because this is the type of character you really enjoy. And the fact that he's fighting like beast and great, it just makes him better. It does not make his main part of his character. It's just an addition to his character. And his uh, past, his dramatic past with Kenny, um, and this whole Ackerman thing, she's just amazing, and he is dramatic, and I liked him just like Hanji from the very first time I saw him. I instantly saw that inside this grimy looking man, there's actually a good person inside that cares about people. And he actually cares a lot about every single guy. Even at the moment where, before the monkey started throwing boulders, I mean, after he threw boulders, he like ran trying to save people. Like, guys, swear it's not like it was his squad like it was with Petra and guys. No, it was just another soldiers, not his squad, and he still cared about them. And I like Levi. He's much deeper and he's much nicer than he looks. And saying he's not good just because he's stupidly strong, man, not my type of a argument. So Levi is great. I like him a lot. Wanna see more of him. Number two, guys. I mean, it's probably better to place this character at like a god level without this thing, but it's top 10, so I'm gonna place this character here. Number two is Carla Yeager. The character who was in this anime for like this amount of time. The most beautiful woman in the world of Attack on Titan. The most amazing mother. The most incredible wife. Great waitress. She's just great. I love her. There's no deepness to her character. There's no quirks to her character. There's no. She has no double personality and stuff. She is just great. I love her. I love her. She's my Wi-Fi, or whatever you call it, waifu. I just love her, just without a reason. She's just great. I mean, there is a reason. There is a reason. There's a reason in the first episode when she was under this house, buried, kinda. She screamed like, "Go away, go away! You have to survive." But she showed her human side. That moment when she closed her mouth and said, like, "Don't go." That showed how much this woman wanted to live. That showed how much this woman wanted to see her children again. This was so heartbreaking. And I hate you, Attack on Titan, for killing this woman. And thank you a lot for showing her more after season 1. And not just showing her being eaten, but showing her being happy with the wedding and little Aaron. She's just amazing. I like her. I love her. And number 1. I mean, this is no surprise, right? Number 1 character, top character in Attack on Titan for me is Daz. I mean, as soon as I saw Daz, I instantly realized that, yeah, this is the man that's gonna change the world. You know, his strong voice, his emotions being always kept inside him, his face of dedication, that all like instantly said to me like, this is the guy I will follow to the death. And scratch that all. Because my favorite character is Aaron goddamn Smith. Yeah, bitch. This is the man. This is the man. I've spoken like a lot about him. I don't think there's even something I should explain to you guys again. But this is Irvin Smith. And alive, a human character with his bads and goods, with his dreams and stuff that might be considered not the very good one, you know. He was a real life human being, not just like Armin, like pure thing. Oh, dreams, not killing, yada yada. And I'm not saying Armin's bad, just not, but Erwin was like this grayish, interesting character for me, and I really like his outside as well as his inside. I really like his commander persona. I really liked his young person persona. I really like his backstory. I really liked his growth as a character, his whole journey. And it was very, very sad to see him go like this. I mean, it was great that he died this way. He died as a hero and he lived as a hero. Even though you may say that maybe, yeah, deep inside he was fighting not because humanity, but he was fighting for humanity as well. You cannot fight for something, that can help humanity and say that you're not fighting for humanity. You're fighting for humanity, but this is not your real, like, your main reason. Your main reason was something you wanted, and this, as I've said, this is good. You need a commander who wants to win this, not because he was just ordered to do so. And Erwin Smith, filled with emotions, filled with anger, filled with burden of all those people who was sent to die by him. And I mean, he don't tell me that he was the one, oh, the evil guy who was sending people to die. He lost an arm and he saved the day. He died during the charge. He is not the type of guy who's sitting and ordering. He's leading his people by being in a grave danger himself. This is the commander I'd follow to death, you know, even if he lied to me. He was fighting for the better good, even if it's not was his like main reason. And his voice actor, an amazing voice actor. I actually did the research about him. I know who he is, so no need to tell me, oh, his voice actor is Ono Daisuke. I know that. Thank you. And he's great. Like the way he screamed Susume, and his sad moments and his like emotional moments, just great, just amazing character. I like the looks, I like the eyebrows, I like his horse, I like his way of speaking, I like everything about him. And yeah, it's very sad he have to die, but at least they gave him a honorable death, not just feeding him to some stupid titan at some moment, He pushed this charge that ended up being successful. Yeah, Beast Titan wasn't defeated, killed, but he was defeated. Right? It's just only Levi's emotions. Levi's emotions kinda get a lot in the story, by the way. Levi's emotions let Monkey escaping, Levi's emotions let Erwin dying, but we're not gonna explain that. So here it is, guys, top 10. There is no Aaron, there is no Armin, there is no Mikasa here. There's no many good characters. There's no your favorite Reiner or Annie or anyone. That doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just, when I builded this list, I was kind of speaking from my heart. These are characters that I just love. You have this crazy love to like Annie, even though she was present in this little part, and you can have this, no problem. But I have like love to Carla that was shown here as well. So this doesn't mean that Mikasa is my girl as well. She's just not in this top list because I have to put these guys like Moblit, Ilse, and Marlo because they definitely uh, deserve this. Definitely, and Sasha, and Carla. So this anime, like, actually, this anime have almost every character great. Bad guys, good guys. Kenny was great. Even Uri and the Rod, they were really good. It's just like some are just a tiny bit better for me, maybe not for you. So here's my list. Man, this video is like super long, I suppose. And now let's speak about. I'm gonna try to make this short. Let's speak about my favorite moments. Well, first of all, every single moment where Carla is alive is my favorite moment, except for the ones when she was eaten. But other than that, this is my favorite moments. Um, that kind of counts for Erwin. Every time I see the man, this can count as my favorite moment, no matter how sad it is. Um, but I suppose in season one, I really like that moment when in episode 21 when Annie killed Levi's squad and Erwin was flying and seeing that and like I'm gonna kill you, and he transforms and music starts playing and he screams on a whole forest. I've got goosebumps. This was an insanely amazing and memorable moment. I really like it. It was really memorable and it was great. So yeah, that was definitely a great moment. Um, I suppose another great, amazing moment was when Erwin was grabbed by this Titan, and everyone was, "Oh no, Commander!" And like, Sesame! Should I even explain to you why was it great? Because it was just great. It was just insanely great. I really liked the moment in season 3 when Historia dropped that goddamn syringe and music started playing like this girly music, like and she dropped the goddamn poor road race and started running like, "Shut up, Aaron, I'm the bad girl." Like, this was just an amazing and emotional and just well done moment. I really, really enjoyed the moment when Levi was slicing the monkey in season 3, part 2. That was great. It felt so good, man. Oh, just insanely good. So yeah, maybe there's more, but just something. I was just speaking right now. I was not preparing. That was just something that came to mind. What else can I find like a really good one? I mean, there was a lot. There was a lot of really good moments. But for me, this was the brightest parts of different seasons and parts of those seasons. There were like beautiful moments, but these were like explosively amazing ones. So I suppose, yeah, this were my favorite moments in seasons. I have more, and I can think about that even more if you really want that. But currently, yeah, it's time to end the video. I'm not sure if someone's even watched the whole thing because there's no video, there's no stuff. Uh, yeah, how much time is it now? It's goddamn long, guys. I'm sorry. So this is it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna post reaction to OVA. After that, I'm going to make a video. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but yeah, a video about the future. I mean, there is a probability for a future. I'm not saying never, but it's very hard and like a lot of things that uh, are making it much more difficult. So we're gonna speak about that. Not now, later. Anyways, guys, somewhere in a week I should post the OVAs. But before that, until then, I can't even speak. I can't even speak, man. But I improved. I improved from the very first video when I like said stuff, stupid stuff. I improved, man. I'm proud of myself. And some of you helped me with that, by the way. Thank you guys for watching. See you in a week or so. Uh, have a good day. Have a great week. Have fun. Bye bye.